Today's video, I take a motorbike ride into Battle, one of the most significant places in the path of history. Well, it is another glorious day. We're just kind of hopping between a variety of villages here, and so speed restrictions will be up and down a little bit, but it's good to get out on the bike on a nice hot sunny day and just discovering new things, new places. Today, as I say, we're going to a place called Battle. And I think 1066, and is it 1066? Is that, am I saying the right things there? Battle of Hastings and all of that sort of thing. So this is just a little bit north of Hastings. I think that's right, and it's a place I was going to go last year in the camper van, but my brother wasn't well, and so I had to cancel that trip. And I thought, well, I'm at a campsite that's not that far away. It's about an hour's ride, steady ride, so we'll just go and take it steady, have a little tootle around, not racing anywhere, completely unknown roads to me round here. And I just fancied a nice sort of relaxed explore kind of thing today, see what all these little villages are like and the green bits between them. Bike seems to be running very well at the minute. Now, I did add some additive into the fuel yesterday, and it's the first time I've ever done that, because it just felt like it was hesitating just a little bit to the point where it was noticeable. You know, you put the gas in and the throttle response would seem slow somehow. But now it just seems to be getting better. In fact, it feels not too far, at this stage at least, off being perfect. But I'm going to also see what it's like when it gets hot, because there might be some kind of percolation thing going on that seems to kick in a little bit later in the journey. And I had been sort of thinking about, do I go and buy a sort of a smaller bike that would be kind of easier to move around and get on and off the trailer and all that sort of stuff. Not that this is impossible, but certainly at campsites when you're moving a bike of this size, it feels the size it is. You know, sometimes on these campsites like this one, you're on grass and it's all completely uneven, so it's not like wheeling it about on a nice flat, you know, concrete surface. course, there is no reverse gear on this bike. That's reserved to, I believe, a very few bikes, including the Goldwing. So you are kind of manually shifting it about cold by hand. And that does seem to, particularly going backwards for some reason, does, well, I say for some reason, it's because forwards you can use the bars. And apart from when I had something like the BMW RT touring bike, which was also pretty heavy to shift around, I've not really had much of an issue with that in the past. Now, part of it is probably because I'm getting older, but also part of it, I think, is just the scenarios that I'm in at these campsites where you're kind of getting it on your pitch through a number of obstacles, and I'm trying to do that in such a way that I'm sort of always moving forward. So I kind of approach the pitch and then work my way around the back of the van. And yesterday I managed to do that nice and slowly without putting my feet down. Right, concealed entrance, which I assume is that. Yeah, some nice kind of tree dappled, light, sunny backdrop roads, but the condition in play, and that makes it very hard, of course, to spot the condition of the roads, but just through there it was pretty rough. It's like they might have had a go at doing some resurfacing here, but seems to be sort of gravel stuck in the middle. I think that's gravel, or it's maybe where the resurfacing hasn't settled yet. But definitely nicer than yesterday. I went out yesterday on a bit of a ride and got completely stuck in traffic on the A27 going west of the spot I'm at. And when I sort of thought, well, get off this A road, find some sort of B roads and navigate my way to where I'm going that way, but the B roads are all closed, which meant that you couldn't do that. So it looks like we're coming to the end of this road and then maybe joining a road. But it is a perfect day for being out on the bike. It's not too hot, it's 23 degrees, it's just about right. But we are going to get some higher temperatures, I think, a little bit later this week. But my plan is to get out as much as possible. At the minute I'm recording using the Insta360 version 5. I think it's, I don't know if it's called an X5 or something, but I can never remember. I've bought that many cameras now over the years that I forget what the technical names are for them. Oh, big pothole there. Farty. So what's this little town village we're coming into now then? See if we see a sign. Blacksmith's Arms. And is it to the left? Not quite there yet. Party. National. Look at these roads are not good here. Definitely rough and ready. Oh, rough and not ready. That washboard surface in the middle. So we're turning left here, apparently. Such a nice, peaceful, relaxing stretch of road. I see traffic ahead as we're sort of skirting this village. 30. Green King. $20. And I kind of thought, well, maybe during the week, because it's a Monday, the traffic around these parts would be a little bit less in the mid-afternoon. Well, it's actually what, 12:40 now, than it would be at the weekends, because, you know, of the old sort of touristy people doing a bit of weekend leisure stuff. But so far today, around these towns, as you can see, we're back in the traffic again, and I've got something in my eye, which is never a good thing on a motorbike because you can't easily clear it out. But it definitely feels, just along that stretch of road there, kind of like bike life should feel, this kind of like detached from all of the hustle and bustle of the city. Nice, cool and relaxed road with sweeping bends. And now we're going back to one of the main roads. Eastbourne and Hailsham. On our way to Battle. Oh, I've got the bike here in the car park. Now I'll go and find out how much it is to pay. Well, this is Battle Abbey. It stands on the site of the Battle of Hastings of 1066, where William the Conqueror defeated King Harold. Tradition says the high altar marks the very spot where Harold fell, making this one of England's most important historic landmarks. These castellated turrets. Stuff. I think we can go around and do a bit of a tour of it. I know other people. On the 14th of October 1066, the Battle of Hastings changed the course of English history. William of Normandy's forces defeated King Harold II after a fierce day-long battle, leading to the Norman conquest and transforming England's language, culture and government forever.